Karen.
And I'm Travis.
And this is the Crazy Lazy Morning Show.
Thumbs of approval. Okay, so bit of a little update. We've been up for about 1 week, not like up straight, like not sleeping or anything. I mean like up on YouTube for 1 week now, and we have over 100 subscribers.
Yes.
Boom.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job, you guys. And today we are going to do an episode on what's in my bug out bag. Now, what is a bug out bag? A bug out bag is a, let's break it down. A bag, one. Bug out, well, to bug is like to be like, whoa, whoa, ah, right?
Hey, Travis, look. If I do this, I have a double chin.
Okay, don't be weird. So, bug out bag pretty much means, when, crap hits the fan, get out of there, pretty much. So, this is my grab and go bag for, like, end of world survival situations, which, I'm a big fan of. Dude, stop staring at me. Stop it. Be mature. Like, I shouldn't be the only one here that is mature. That's not right. We're gonna have, like, the world split open and everything is gone because you're gonna be the end of the world if you're acting like that. This bug out bag, because she's acting like this bug out bag is very important right now, okay? So, first off, what do you need in your bug out bag? Number one item, you should always have a knife, right? Okay, this is a knife. We got, the serrated edge right here, plus, a nice little thick. This is a gutting knife, okay? You got the gut hook and all that. You're thinking like, well, what if I stab something? Wouldn't the gut hook get stuck in it? Well, there's another part of this knife. I'll just let you play with that for a bit. Don't cut yourself. It's very sharp. We got a straight blade on here, locks very nicely. Plus, we also got a bone breaker, which is it's dull right here, gut hook right here, but it also has this is for splitting pelvics in an animal, or even sternum, like the breast, the center of the breastbone. You take and you whack the back of it with a stick or a hammer, and it breaks the bone apart. And it also has, reopen that side. It has a little mini saw, as you can see, serrated edges, very sharp, very, very sharp. And
Travis has been fascinated with this bug out bag for like over a year.
And you go play with that, don't hurt yourself. Next thing we have, that's also very important to have, is I don't have a map, but I do have a compass. This is a lensatic compass. As you can see, it has a compass. And the way you use one of these is you have it like this, okay? Oh, I have that in the van. You hold it like this, right? Like that. And now there's a little window right here that you can see, but also there's little notches at the top here that line up with this little wire. That's very hard to see right in there.
I didn't even know there was a wire.
And you line it up with what you're looking at, and also on the map, and you can see the compass while you're looking at this thing from far away. So that's another cool thing, okay? Now,
I want to play with this.
Don't you play with that? You can play with this compass though. This is a very cheap compass. Still does it. Also, always good to have a second compass on you in order to check each other out. Emergency survival kit thing. This has a flint right here. Very cheap flint. This is a very cheap version of it. Has a compass in the lid. Unscrews to be a waterproof match holder. Right? Because you don't want your matches getting wet. And also has a pee whistle in it.
A pee whistle?
A pee whistle. There's a pee inside it, and so it makes that little sound, and it makes it just a little bit louder and sends it off. Little lanyard on it too, for it sends off across farther. The other thing I have. Okay, stop blowing that. I have a fishing kit. You can get smaller versions of this. This is just me taking stuff out of my fishing tackle box and putting it inside. This is fishing line. This is 40-pound fishing line. Attach it to a stick. Attach a hook to it. You got some lures in there. You got some mini red devils. You got some weights. You got some extra hooks. Some gummy worms in there. And
not for eating.
Not for eating. No, they're They don't taste that good. I've tried them
No.
just to test it out. But you just attach it to a stick, drop it into the water, and try and catch a fish. Another thing you should have in a kit. Now this is smaller version, but this is sewing kit. Sewing kits are good because you can rip stuff, you can sew stuff together, make new stuff. You know what I mean? It's a good thing to have.
I think he just wants me to sew stuff when it comes to this kind of thing. He's like, Karen, when I get material together, you're gonna sew all of our clothing.
Okay, let's put it aside right. Okay, now you don't have to have some of these items in it, but some of these items you might want to have in it. Okay, now in here I have wire and screwdriver bits that fit into here. So you know, if you come across like a broken down vehicle, you can at least take the stuff out of the vehicle. You know, wires are good for, you know, cordage and everything. You know, you can make materials, stuff like that, and you just have to take it apart. There's also wire right here. There's a thick wire for trapping animals. This is actually picture wire, good for trap animals. And there's little eye hooks right here. Eye hooks are good for anchoring your snares down, and you know, so the animal doesn't pull them out, or at least creating a kind of a slip knot idea where, you know, it kind of like, you know, snaps it shut and, you know, it chokes the animal or whatever, you know, because whatever. Also a hammer, small little hammer, not very conventional. You don't have to have it in there, but you know what, it's a good weighted something to use to smack something. You know, you can use it as a weapon in a snap, or you got your knife, but also on my knife you have the bone breaker, right? And that only works if you have something weighted to hit it with. If you try hitting it with a stick, it's not going to really hurt it. It's not going to really break the bone. But if you do, right? So that's that.
So you know to hit someone that's annoying you.
Next, we have fire stuff. I should have put a lighter in here. I lost my lighter when we were smokers. I used to come into my thing, steal my lighter from here. Because we would sometimes run over lighter.
Which I don't know how. We always had a stash of like 10 lighters.
But we got matches, we got tea light candles, and one time when our power were out, me and Karen actually cooked or boiled water on top of 8 tea light candles.
He cooked me a very romantic meal of beans.
Yeah, I did. It was beans?
I think so.
I thought it was like sidekicks, like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, noodles. Next, but we have jars.
Is that tea?
Yeah, there's tea in there. Tea is good.
He's supplying me my need of tea.
It's actually Earl Grey tea, and she doesn't like Earl Grey tea. But tea is good.
Wait, let me smell it.
Tea is good because you need something to flavor the water, because the flavor's not going, or the water's not going to be very good. And since you're boiling the water anyways, might as well put some tea in it. Give it some flavor. You're not going to have any sugar, but you know, at least you'll have some kind of flavor in it, right? And coffee though is not a good option, because coffee dehydrates you, while tea quenches your thirst.
Which means that Travis only drinking coffee during the day means he's probably.
That's the reason I drink like 9 cups in a day, is because it's not quenching my thirst. Next on our list, rope. And also I have a carbiner on here. Don't you blow that. I swear I'll be so annoyed. Rope. This is only 15 feet of rope, but rope is good. You know, if you lash it between 2 trees, you can throw like a blanket or a tarp or like a poncho or whatever over top of it, and you can use it as, you know, a tent, a makeshift tent, a shelter, whatever. You know, the carbiner is always good for, you know, you tie it onto the end of this, and, you know, if you need to get down somewhere, if you have longer rope, or even with a 15-foot rope, do you really want to drop 15 feet off the ledge? It's really high, right? And so it just makes a quick and easy sliding knot, right? But when you tie it on, you want, like, you know, double reef that. And you can always learn reef knots in another list item, survival handbooks. They always have knots in there. They always have how to make fires, shelters, whatever. In here, you know, it's a good read. This one, you know, I've had an older one a long time ago, and it was a lot thicker. This one's a more of a revised edition of it, and this one is very good. It's got very good color pictures. Look at that. Oh yeah, like very nice, right? Put that over there. So you got your rope, and you're thinking, oh, I can use that to bind stuff, but hey, you don't have to use up your rope and whatever. When you have twine, big rolls. Look how much twine that is. That's a lot of twine. You can like lash so many things. You can even make snares out of this, and it looks natural to the environment, right? So the animals are not going to be susceptible. It does not smell like wires, and it doesn't smell like whatever. It's pretty much like a natural, substitute to using wires. And pass that along. Now, another thing, canned provisions, food, right? What's actually in here?
Spam.
Yeah, it's spam. It is
wait,
spam.
I don't think we're supposed to say that. We'll beep that.
Spam, we can use the word spam because it's from World War II.
Oh.
And always pick something that, I can't see. Okay, there you can see that. It helps you open it,
Until you break it.
Try and
the
find
lobby thing off.
Whatever.
That's happened to me before.
Try and find cans with easy pop lids or things that like that, like little keys on it that do whatever. And these will keep for a few years in your bug-out bag.
You're almost hitting me in the face every single time you flip
So,
that
not last but not least, but first aid kit. Oh, that's the first side. Family first aid kit. This is the adventure pack. This is 1 to 4 people. This is for up to 7 days of whatever. This has like, if you
I think we need a bigger one.
Nope, we don't need a bigger one. It's all compact in one size. Because
Yeah,
what does it have inside?
What if you're stuck out there for like a month?
That's the inside of your first aid kit. Okay, you got a trauma kit. You got wound care. You got spraying strains and instruments. You got like burns, and you got tape. You got like afterbite. Like, I'm pretty sure we even used this at one point too.
I don't know.
I think so. When somebody got stung or something. I don't know. I can't remember. It was like last year.
Stung.
But it has like tweezers in here, and it has like scissors, and it has all this good stuff. So we're gonna pass that along.
If we have like 4 kids, we're gonna need like 2 of those.
Whatever. But in you're thinking, well, what do we all carry this in? This is a rubber rucksack. Okay, it's made out of rubber, entirely out of rubber. It's actually a Swiss military bag, not Swiss Army. Swiss Army is a brand. It does not come out of Switzerland. Okay, this is actually the Switzerland Army's rucksack. I only paid $40 for this thing, and out of
When I first met him, he had this, and he took like everything around in it. Like
this thing is awesome.
Like, he was homeless when I first met him, so he had like all of his clothes and all of his belongings in there.
I had
he always had it
here.
Like he
and you
carried it everywhere.
It has leather straps. It doesn't look very comfortable as comfortable as this right here. This is a leather piece of strapping. This is going to be your lumbar support. Okay, it gives a little bit, and that's good, right? And it's got metal in the back here, so it doesn't like fold. See, it doesn't fold easily. It folds like right about here, but the rest of it's metal down here, right? And it's got a pocket in the front here, perfect size, by the way, and it's got metal buckles and everything like that, so it doesn't open up easily. But this is the perfect size for the first aid kit. Now, when you open it up, you can make this. It got this on the inside, which comes out. You can hold more in it. You can hold more in this. I was
trying to remember why it looked bigger just a few minutes ago when I first met him. Now I know why. Now I remember.
And then you can just stuff that inside, and it looks like a normal rucksack. Close these up, tie that shut, flip that over, and as you can see on the lid here, these are little buckles. There's 4 of them right here. And there's also on the bottom too. You can, like there's one right here, and there's a couple of these little things. These are for carrying stuff on. Carrie, if you want to put that over there. Few optional stuff that you can do without taking up much room, because whatever, and you might need whatever, but sleeping bag. I've had this one for a long time too. And
Are you kidding me? That's the one that my mom gave us.
Oh yeah, the one that we have the other sleeping bag that I've had for a long time is hanging up over a window.
We use it as a curtain.
Yeah.
And our cats always pull it down.
Yep, exactly. And throw that over there. Oh my god, I just picked my nose on camera. It was itchy, okay? It was itchy. But yeah, that was my bug out bag. Now you guys can like add to this, you guys can take away from this, depending on what you really need. And pretty much that's it for it.
What's this from?
You broke my whistle.
No, I didn't.
That's the flint part.
No.
Whatever, it's a cheap flint thing, but you know, you can actually get better one. You can actually we can actually get better flint, you know, products that are just flint and steel. You know, all you do is and it creates a big spark and you know, all that.
Fixed.
Yeah, no, I did the same thing earlier. But yeah, that was, you know, what's in my bug out bag. Anything you have to add, Karen?
I'm sorry, I broke your whistle.
I don't care. I really don't care. Those things are cheap, man. All this stuff is very cheap. Like a lot of this stuff I just threw together with stuff around my house. You don't have to go to the store and be like, I need, you know, this and this and this and this and this. And it's going to range me from, you know, $50 to $80, okay? This is just something you threw together. Most of the stuff you can use for survival just lays around your house. So just throw it into a bag and you'll be fine. You got anything to add? You've been quiet.
I've been really quiet because you kept telling me to put stuff down and I tried to say stuff.
Well, do you have anything to say?
I thought that you had more food in the bag. What happened to our food supply?
I ate some of it.
What? Like we had granola bar. Oh wait, I remember. I ate those.
Yeah, she ate those. I didn't like those. Those are coconut flavored granola bars. She ate all of them. But yeah.
My toe wasn't pregnant. Was it?
So, like, comment, subscribe, and
let us know what you would put in your bug out bag.
yeah, let us. You know what? Here's a question of the day. This is our new thing called the question of the day.
I want to see answers, not just letters in our comments.
Yeah. Okay, so my question is, how would you describe color to a blind person? Well, any sense. How would you describe sound to a deaf person? How would you describe touch to a, you know, a
Let's
person
just
that
stick
can't
to
feel?
one though. How would you describe color to a blind person?
Exactly. You know, like we can think of color and everything as, you know, in scientific, you know, terms that it's light bouncing off of a surface, and
How does a blind person understand?
yeah, how do they understand light light? You know what I mean? Like a blind person has never seen anything. Like I mean, like blind and senseless since birth. Okay, they have no recollection of seeing, smelling, hearing, feeling, whatever. I guess that'd be hard to talk to someone with all those nonsenses. But yeah, just comment, tell us how you would describe color to a blind person, because all that color is to us, and that we know what light is, because the way that light works is it comes in, or the way that colors work is that it comes in and hits an object, and the object absorbs all the color, or all the light, and bounces off the only color it that you see, which is like why black gets the hottest and white is the brightest. You know what I mean?
You over-explain stuff sometimes.
Hey, sometimes you have to. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.